Oh, yeah. What's up, Road Dog, P1 production expert, and/or sweet supernatural freak? I am Roy Golden, Dorado myself, coming straight at you from around the side. Previously recorded now on YouTube Live. Go Google, like me. Hey. Listen. Oh, listen. Tonight I've got an audio treat so sweet your cochleas will swallow it all because it's my favorite night. Date night, Friday night. You thought I forgot all about you. Oh no, I didn't forget. I'm just making you wait longer. So we could both enjoy it even longer. You know what I mean. Yeah. How are you? Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. It was a great one for me. It's just now getting started. This is a corollary of A Bedroom Boy's Best. What is a bedroom boy's best? I don't know. I'm just here because I was just like surfing on Facebook and then this thing came up and then I'm like, I don't even know what this is, but it sounds interesting. Date night Friday. I got nothing else going on. My night already ended in fail sex. Can't get any worse. It can only get better. You sure about that? Maybe that's just my night. I am Roy Golden. I'm balls deep in A Bedroom Boy's Best. My 23-year journey to produce an album of all original music. Emotionally naked. Straight from here. My heart. To your ears. Sharing with you each step of the process along the way as I remix, remaster, retrack, revisualize my debut album, Omniville, and bring it to life in its unleashed form. Why you be calling it unleashed? 'Cause it's off the chain. Oh, it is, George. It is gonna be off the chain. A couple of nights ago, I did the production schedule, and all I can say is, I hope we're still on schedule. We are. It's been a great 2 days. Just got to figure out how I'm going to share these things with you in the highest quality audio. Know what I mean? The problem with doing it like this as such is if I'm in Studio One, then whenever I have playback, it's interpreting playback as a not stereo signal, which is a little bit irritating to me, but I understand why it's doing that. When I say it, I mean Wirecast Play from Telestream. I've got the non-watermarked version, which is amazing. And it's also less than 10 quid. It's about 6.5 quid post-Brexit pounds. It's less than $10, which is an amazing value. I'm floored by the way that I can broadcast live to you all over the world. All over the world. All over the world. In a world where I can broadcast live to you whenever the F I want. It's truly amazing. This day and age. No, Killers fan. I am a Killers fan. In this day and age. Can distribute original music, content. Oh, why did I wait so long? Well, because I just now figured out what we can do. Worldwide Broadcast Distribution Network. Go Google like me. It's incredible. And I am so glad I can finally share myself, all of me, with all of you. All my perfect imperfections. Thank you for being here. It is date night, poetry night. How does that pertain to a bedroom boy's best? Well, I'll tell you how. Not only do I write country and music songs, sincere songwriting is my bit. It's my preferred method of delivery. Music is my preferred method of art to communicate with you heartfelt emotion. I love music as an art form. I also read Shakespearean sonnets for fun. Oh, snap. I do. I love poetry. Edgar Allan Poe. E. Cummings. Earl Burney. Oh, take it easy. Take it easy. Eric Bogosian. What? He didn't know poetry. Oh, he didn't? Do you even know who that is? Under Siege 2, Mad Dark Territories? You seen him in the latest couple of episodes of Billions. A billions. He looks so handsome on screen. I was exceptionally happy. I'm a huge Eric Bogosian fan. He's been doing this a long time. You ever seen talk radio? Based in Dallas, Texas. Man, it's dark. It is a dark movie. Oh my gosh. So it was Under Siege 2. That's the first time I remember seeing him. Under Siege 2 was Steven Seagal. Dark territory when they went between the mountains and he hijacked the train. He was the bad guy. Eric Bogosian was the bad guy. And I can't remember. I think it's either luck or chance. Luck favors the prepared mind, right? Is that what he said? Or chance favors the prepared mind? I think it's luck favors the prepared mind. Oh, man, I wish I could remember. I looked for it on HBO Go. They only had Under Siege, not the sequel. But when I was in high school, I had amazing teachers. And schoolings. I was in theater my junior and senior year in high school in Tyler, Texas, USA. Chapel Hill Bulldogs. All hail to alma mater forever. Forward, all ye Bulldogs, win the victory. Forever we pledge loyalty. That's what they said. Yeah. I was in theater, and I did poetry interpretation. I mentioned this multiple times because I wanted to get it through your cochleas. I want your cochleas to swallow this all. Theater, poetry interpretation, performance art, rock opera, Meatloaf, Jim Steinman, Garth Brooks, Billy Joel, Queen Kiss, theater, Glass Menagerie, monologues. All My Sons, Chris Keller. The Foreigner, Reverend David. I love poetry interpretation. I love it. Love it. It helps my songwriting. It helps my musical performance. It helps my interpretation of other writers' art, whether it's theater, whether it's for film. The experience that I gained there is priceless. I've held on to it. It not just from the standpoint of interpreting and critically thinking about what is the writer saying about this. That's one thing. It's critical. It's key. Reading a lot of different material. I've been reading a lot of different material ever since middle school because I've had great teachers that have encouraged that. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, AIM, Miss Fowler, Miss Morris. Miss Procell Bowen. Thank you for encouraging that. Thank you for bringing that to the classroom. Miss Beck. Oh man, just had some great ones. I've been so fortunate to have been blessed with incredible teachers. Who have an appreciation for the literary arts. And always encouraged the desire that I had to learn more about it along the way. And especially 7th and 8th grade. Yeah, no doubt, Miss Fowler, thank you. But in high school, my theater teacher, Oh, TPB. I'll take it easy, TPB. We would do these, we would do exercises in theater, and I did full time in my senior year. I broke my wrist my sophomore year in high school. My right wrist, my throwing wrist. Scaphoid fracture. Ouch. You know what? I think I got a picture of this. Would y'all like to see that? I think I can find this. I think. Bear with me. Oh, bear. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Bear with me. I'm going to find this. This is important. It's mad important. Where is it? It's here somewhere. I swear it is. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Okay, I found the oh my gosh, I've got to share these. Oh, there it is. I found it. I found it. All right, I can't wait for this week's episode of Throwback Thursday. Check this out, though. Check this out. And this is what I had. Yikes. There goes my football quarterbacking career. I played a season and a half. The broken throwing wrist. I went in for surgery this morning, and I've never had. That was the best temperature and chilled out heart rate ever. My pulse was below 60, and my temperature was somewhere. It was like, I swear to you, I thought that they took my temperature and it was something like right. It was below 96. Oh man, I was just super chill. I was super chill that day, and they gave me the anesthesias, but the dip S's. They'll make a mark right on the wrist that they're not supposed to operate on. They'll put a little X on it, right? Well, guess what they did? They gave me the anesthesia, so I start, count back from 10. They put an X on the wrong hand, so it's gonna count back from 10. 9, 8. Hey, wait, stop! What are you doing? Wrong hand. Sheesh. I caught it just in time. I'm gonna give me some surgery. I'm gonna do a radial graft, roll dog. my radiograph. They're gonna scrape some. Actually, what they were gonna do is take some from my thigh. So I went into surgery. I'm gonna do a femur graft, right? Scrape a little bit of bone from my thigh. And then fix the fracture, graft it in, right? And hold it together with some pins. That sounds wonderful. I wake up and my thigh is all shaved. Oh, yeah. Upper crotch. Oh, smooth like silk. Oh, I thought, hey now, it's a new look for me. Maybe I should shave my legs all the time. Maybe I do now. You never know. Maybe I'll prove to you that I do or do not. Maybe. Oh, I wake up and I barely caught him marking on the wrong wrist. Like, hey, by the way, it's supposed to be... No, it's the right wrist that's the bad one. It's the right wrist that's the bad right... Huh? and then I went to sleepy, and then I woke up and my thigh was shaved. Oh, but we didn't use... we did a radiograph. Jerks. Did have great legs. I don't blame them. I'm gonna shave my legs for me. It's all good. No, it says 26 November 1996. You know what? I guess this is right. Yeah, that's right. That's crazy. It was right after football season. I got it done right after football season that year, my junior year in high school. I was 3 months in a cast, and that was it for football. I was just, there's no reason. There's no reason for me to continue. Mess up a knee or my back or a shoulder or something, right-handed. I really enjoyed baseball. It affected baseball more than it did football, believe it or not. I played with a wrist brace, and I learned how to throw the ball. The problem that I had was if I couldn't even shoot a free throw. I couldn't bend my wrist back. I had no flex in my wrist going back. I could bend it back maybe 15 degrees, and then it would just hurt immensely for a season and a half, and I still played football, still played quarterback. I couldn't catch the ball. If somebody threw me a pass, I would have to catch the ball a certain way. If the ball hit my wrist and bent my hand back just slightly, it hurt. Oh man, it was just terrible. I couldn't shoot a free throw. I couldn't bend my wrist back or fire it forward. I couldn't swing a bat. I couldn't release my wrists through the hitting zone. So I went from career 300 hitter at least, more in the 340s. I ended up hitting about 260 with no power and lost my starting position my sophomore year. This happened midway through my sophomore year in high school. I broke my wrist. I continued to play football that year. And by the time baseball season rolled around, I had no strength to throw the ball or swing the bat even. Just no pop through the hitting zone. Didn't even get it checked out. And then a year later, I was still bothered by my wrist. Like, hey, maybe I should get this checked out. Oh, yeah. You got a skateboard fracture. Oh, well. I thought something was wrong. I'm going to shave your thighs. For fun. So that was the end of football. That's what I'm trying to say. I signed up the next year. Yeah, football was out after that, after my junior year. My junior year of football, it really sucked. I was looking forward to my senior year, but ended up working out. Because I went into theater that semester, the second semester of my junior year. So football season's over, right? So this is 1996. Football season ends. It's Thanksgiving, right? November 26th or whenever that was, 1996. I had surgery. I was in a cast. The school one-act play theater competition had an open casting call. And I'd never done any theater in my life. But I went in for a reading, the cast on my hand and everything, and ended up getting the role, being cast as Chris Keller in a one-act play version of Arthur Miller's All My Sons. Changed my life, Road Dog. Changed my life. Thank you, TPB. It was a very strong theater program there at Chapel Hill. Some amazing folks. Great times. Great times in theater. Loved it. Love it. And very welcoming of an outsider like me. I'd transferred in earlier that year. I'd come from Natchitoches Central my freshman sophomore year, so I broke my wrist in Natchitoches before homecoming. Still had a great homecoming date though, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Talk of the town. You know me. Hold on. Oh, dear. Yeah, glad that wasn't live. Hey, now. Joking. Or am I? Yeah, you gotta save some things for Throwback Thursday. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's some great ones here. I'm glad I kept on. I've got a lot of pictures here I'm looking at. Yeah, here we go. I will show you this one, though. Oh, where is she? Oh. Oh, snap, bro, dog. Okay, y'all gotta see this. Okay, there's my broken wrist right here. Holy moly. Oh, man. Yeah, there we go. I'll take it easy. That's how we do it right. There's my broken wrist, Roll Dog. My broken wrist. She was so pretty. I dig brunettes, Roll Dog. I dig brunettes. Yeah. Yeah, she was in college, Roll Dog. I was a sophomore in high school. Yeah. It was a great night. But that was it. That was it for my athletics career. So I focused on, we know that I had a deal for music back then and songwriting. I went into theater. Hold on a second. I got to get all lubed up over here. That sound means I need some more Deep Ellum. Dallas Blonde. Oh, love running deep. Oh, love runs deep. Dallas Blonde. Loaded with citrusy and floral hops. Golden Balanced Session Ale. Oh, yeah. Golden Balanced Session Ale. I love that. It's a really good beer. Dang, that's good. Wow. Yeah. Deep Ellum. Dallas Blonde. Very nice. Right? La 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 la. Yeah. Deep Ellum Brewing Company, Dallas, Texas. I've been talking for 30 minutes about nothing. The point I'm trying to make is Eric Bogosian. I got into theater the second half of my junior year in high school after it was clear that I wanted nothing else to do with football, athletics. It just... broken right wrist. What am I going to do? I had a cast on my arm, though, and I didn't get the cast off until about 10 days before our... It was about 10 days before our first competition for UIL one-act plays. I got selected as Chris Keller. And as it kept dragging on and on and on, we've got to do our own setting up the stage set and striking all the pieces and parts and all that good stuff. I've still got this cast on. Yeah, theater director was getting a little bit nervous. I'm like, no, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And I'm like, well, if my doctor doesn't take it off this next time I go in, yeah, this could be a big issue, but the timing worked out. Got best actor in regionals. Gave my best performance. Gave a really great, solid performance. The judge's tape that came back is it was gold. It was a great confidence boost. He drew a comparison between me and the same presence of a young Burt Reynolds, is what he said. It's a dramatic role. It was a very taxing role. I really got into it. Loved it. Of course, it had a kiss. Both my roles. I was the one with all the kissings. Oh, yeah. That gave me confidence going forward. And I did poetry interpretation that year. Actually did a fairly poor job of it. I picked a poem that had a narrator and a male role and a female role. So I'm bouncing back and forth in this thing. Oh man, I can't even remember it. Maybe I've got it somewhere. It's just this really weird stuff. And I struggled the whole time with it, trying to get that female part down, or trying to differentiate the voices in this poetry interpretation piece without being overly acting, because it's not an acting thing, it's poetry interpretation. It's a bit different. And yet it's more of an acting kind of, you know what I mean. course I acted. Got into that. Man, I love that stuff. When I went to district, and I was fortunate enough to, I think I placed maybe 4th or 5th. I think I placed 4th. And that got me into regionals. Which was a road trip. Oh, yeah. And I did really well in regionals, but not quite good enough to get to state that year. I thought, man, my senior year, this is going to be it. So I went into deep poetry, reading, interpretation, monologue type, anything that I could do. My whole senior year, it was devoted to theater for the entire time. Then I had a communications class also that allowed us to explore produced skits, working as a team, but writing and producing these skits. We did one with I don't know if you remember the pop soda drink Surge. We did a pretty here, I didn't even notice that. You all lubed up. Oh yeah. We did a pretty cool piece that aired on our closed circuit high school television. I think we used Metallica's Fuel. Maybe. As a reference track. Did these funny little scenes. It was cool. It was really, really cool. Great teachers. Great teachers that encouraged. My appreciation for performance art. How about that? At every step of the way. And the experience that I gained from reading all of these miscellaneous poetry books. One was Eric Bogosian. He had a collection of short stories, monologues, poetry type pieces. He is an incredible writer. He's an incredible actor. Performance artist. He is just, oh my gosh. I've got my man crush Weenie is just going crazy whenever I see him on screen in Billions. And he just, he still looks great. He still got it. He lights up the screen. Of course, Damian Lewis is amazing. But he and Mr. Bogosian, some real magic there on screen. And that reminded me these last couple of weeks as I'm watching season 2 of Billions on Showtime. Take it easy, CBS. Of a scene that I did. I picked a scene. I think that it was written by Eric Bogosian, and it was a monologue and a short scene that I did for a classroom exercise of somebody contemplating the suicide of drinking a poison. Exquisitely written. It was great. Loved it. It's very dark. Oh, love that kind of stuff. Love it. As I wrote songs and was beginning my performance artistic side, all that comes into play whenever I'm interpreting lyrics, whenever I'm number one, writing lyrics for songs. All of these poems that I would read and interpret and act out, or these plays. I would act out scenes from movies. I acted out the Jerry Maguire scene. I would memorize these scenes. The scene, yes, the "You Complete Me" scene. I would walk into physics class just random and play out the whole scene on an unsuspecting co-classmate. Or wake up, Claire, they're dead. They're all dead. Wake up, Claire, they're dead. Everyone's dead. They're all dead. For Mission Impossible. Impossible. For Mission Impossible, remember I see. You may see on every Tom Cruise. Wake up, Claire, oh, take it easy, Roll Dog. Remember that? Wake up, Claire. Jim's dead. Everyone's dead. They're all dead. Remember that? Screaming at the top of his lungs. Oh, sweet Tom Cruise. Or Dennis Leary from Judge Dredd. I like to think. I like to read. Remember that? I'm into freedom of speech, freedom of choice. Great stuff. I've always appreciated the creators of this art, the writers. Oh man, I love songwriting and writing and writing and writing. Script writers. And I love the puppets called actors that take these lines and bring them to life. And I love... Here's what I'm into. You want to know what I'm into these days? Directors of photography. Mad DOP, Roll Dog. Mad DOP. Here, I'm going to show you. Here he is. Yep. Bear with me. There he is. This is my man right here. I love his style. Check this out. Matty Goro, dog. Oh my gosh. I've got to do an episode at some point on all the TV series that I watch and love. Number one, I recognized House of Cards. I recognized his work first and didn't know who he was, but I recognized his excellence on House of Cards. The way that he frames the shots and the way that he shoots them is just exquisite. But I'm letting the pussycat out of the bag tonight. for the Golden Roy Star of Excellence Award. Gold Star of Excellence. The Golden Roy. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, and obviously the battle scene episode. What was it last year? The next to last episode. I can't remember if there were 7 or 8 episodes, or it was 9 or 10. You know what I'm talking about? The most amazing battle scene ever made. House of Ramsay versus Jon Snow. Amazing, 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 amazing. That stands on its own. I don't know how we could say, you know, there is no better or worse as it comes to recognition for these things, but I think if I'm going to say best direction, best vision, best execution, or not best, but exemplary direction. Recognition for exemplary direction in motion picture art. That's going to go to Game of Thrones for that episode, the next to last episode from this past season. Yeah, the one that had that battle scene, just amazing. But most exemplary episode all around of writing, directing, acting, cinematography goes to the night of, for the episode, I believe it's episode 3, Subtle Beast. Subtle Beast was the most exquisitely written, acted, shot, directed, amazing, in my opinion. The creme de la creme. Viva Vivendi. I do love you, Warner. I do love you. Sony too. I love all of y'all. But the night of Subtle Beast is just so exquisitely written and acted. But Igor Martinovic. I don't know. Matt Igor, dog. Matt Igor. I need Igor. Where are you? His work is amazing. And here's the problem. The problem for me is I expect this level and this style of every single shot. Perfection. Amazing framing. There is no wasted frame. It's all a work of art. It is all a composition. It's a study and a lesson in how to harness light and capture energy and essence on film. This artistic expression and capturing. I can't even put it into words. Here, maybe I need to get a little more. Oh yeah. Double shot. Dallas Blonde. All right. Yes. Sweet Dallas Blonde. I get accustomed to it. I expect it. And so whenever I don't see this level of artistic capturing in filmmaking, it's difficult for me to watch. In fact, I normally will not watch the episode of whatever it is, and I watch everything. What do you think I've been doing for the past year as I study all forms of art, not just music, but in dialogue mixing for film and television? Great writing is great writing is great writing. Whether it's for film and television, whether it's poetry, whether it's news articles. Hello, my news articles friends. Whether it's one-act plays, theater, screenplay, songwriting, whatever. It's art, 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 art. Thank you, Joe Rogan, for your interview with Sturgill Simpson. It finally clicked with me what it is that I love so much about music after I searched on the iTunes store for Sturgill Simpson's latest album, the one that just got Grammy for Country Album of the Year. And I still have yet to hear a Sturgill Simpson song ever on the radio, even here in Dallas, Texas. And I've listened to that. I've listened to 99.5 and KSCS. We got two of the top 6 commercial country music radio stations in the United States, which means also in the world. 2 of the top 6 in the world. And I've yet to hear one Sturgill Simpson song on either one of those radio stations, and it's Album of the Year. So you tell me, how the hell does that happen? It doesn't make sense. And yeah, I hope you can hear in my voice that I'm a bit agitated by that fact. I don't get it. I'm too much of an ignut hayseed, I guess. That Sturgill Simpson's concept album, a work of amazing art, sincere songwriting, and tremendous production, is not going to have one damn song on the radio. In the biggest country music, radio, airplay, commercial music, blah, 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 in the world. And you can't even give me one song whenever I'm listening to it. Seriously? Okay. Fine. I'll just go on. I'll just go on iTunes podcast and search for Sturgill Simpson. Oh no, you know what I did? I went on the iTunes store and I searched for it because I wanted to listen to it that night. And I scrolled down and it had a listing for podcast. There's Sturgill Simpson doing an interview with Joe Rogan. I've known Joe Rogan, but I had no idea that he had this podcast that is just the most immensely popular thing ever in the history of podcasting. I've always been a Joe Rogan fan. I knew him from News Radio and I knew him from Fear Factor mostly. That was how many years ago? 15 years ago? Darn near 20 years ago again? He's interviewing Sturgill. And finally, it dawned on me that music and songwriting and the craft is an art form. Because what I have struggled with is this concept of emotional nakedness in the corporate realm doesn't go over very well. Come to find out. And yet it's the only way that I feel the most comfortable, that I'm actually myself whenever I'm emotionally naked. And that is great whenever there's feelings of gratitude and positivity, leadership. It's not so great whenever I'm irritated or disappointed, because those things shine through too. And I'll let you know that I'm not so happy right now. And this concept of how can I be me and be accepted at the same time? But the only way is within the boundaries of music. Why music? Well, because music is an expression of art. It's musical art. It's an art form that combines, for me, it doesn't have to have a lyric, but it combines lyric, in my case, and the way that I write songs, and I visualize a scene, and that melody and that music, the lyric, the musician interpretation, the melody, the tempo, all of that provides this ultra unique form of art that is specific in the sense of it's telling a very definite story, as much as I want to make it lyrically, using elements of poetry, using a high level of poetic construction. And at the same time using a physical interaction with the listener. It's literally vibrating your body. Frequencies are these vibrations, these sound waves that are entering your cochleas. When I say your cochleas will swallow it all. And you don't even have to have perfect hearing. Even if you're even those who are hearing impaired can still feel it, can still feel those vibrations as your body resonates with it, as it gets in tune with it. With the sounds, with the beat. Visual arts is it's a little different animal. It's giving you something definite to visualize. Music, why it's my favorite is it still has that sense of you can use your own imagination, but there's more to it than just a literature form of art. It's more than a book. It's more than literature. It's got that physical element also. It's just something that is unique to music, and that to me is what makes it so magical. It's the most powerfully moving form of art in all creation as far as I'm concerned. It's just my opinion. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's just what I think. But what I can learn from watching this is how these artists, and I look first and foremost, I love directors. Okay, number one, writer. Number 1, writer. Number 2, director of photography. Number 3, actor. Number 4, director. Give me a great written script. I want to be a producer, old dog. I need to be a producer. I could put together a great team. I don't choose movie stars, I choose actors. But it all starts with this director of photography and my music designer. Get a great director on board too. But damn, I love Igor's work. Exquisite work in House of Cards, but specifically, if you want to know what I'm talking about, go check out on HBO Now or HBO Go, The Night of, and I'm pretty sure it's episode 3, Subtle Beast. Just, it's the perfect episode. It's perfect television 2016. It's the gold standard. The Golden Roy for outstanding achievement in motion picture. Largely due to everything, but everything, just everything came together, right? But specifically, there is something exquisite about Igor's work on this. That every single frame is just amazing on camera. Oh, man. I got all bent out of shape. I'm going to talk about old Sturgill over there, man. Seriously, why haven't I heard that? Why haven't I heard one single Sturgill Simpson song on a country radio station here in Dallas? And I've listened plenty. There should have been a time when I heard it. Just saying. I'll never understand why. Shame. State night, poetry night. Wow. I've been talking for an hour. I haven't even got into it yet. So let's get to it. I'm all fired up. I like it. Talking about sports. Talking about Igor. Oh man, I love my talkies. I do. Man, I love all forms of art. I'm an art aficionado. I'm a hi-fi aficionado. A bedroom boy's best. Here's the deal. I consume music in a hi-fi environment. Environment. I want you to be able to listen to my CD on your hi-fi Nautilus Diamond series. The Macintosh monoblocks, right? And I want it to be an amazing listening experience for you. Made in the fake bedroom of this newbie rube. I think it's possible. I want you to feel what I want us, you and I, I hope we can share an intimate, emotional connection through the magic of music. That's my worthy goal. It's not even just a mixing and arrangement. I want to get out of the way, sing the vocals on time, on pitch, as best I can, and let the songwriting and the musicians' performances speak for itself. And you can get that picture of what I'm attempting to describe. You can visualize that story. Songs like Kiss Another Wave, Ranch in the Set, all of them, every single song. It's a movie in my tiny mind. I want you to be able to see that. That's impossible. You can never do it. What do you know? You're just a newbie rube. Well, yeah, you're right. I am just a newbie rube. All I got to do is just get out of the way and let the musicians' performances come through. I hired a great team. I hired a great team of musicians. Take the vocals away, and it's an amazing performance by all these musicians. Captured on tape. And a very lively, vibey feel. I'm fascinated by a direct-to-disc approach. And it's not what we had, but it's as close to a singular take as we can get. A couple of punches here and there. Sometimes none. A couple of songs, we didn't do any punches at all. It's just one take, and that was it. A couple of them. My Everything, that was it. There's no punch-ins on that. That's just how we played it. What other one? There was another one, too. Oh, It Happens Every Time. There's no punch-ins on that either. Greg Forsman laid down one rhythm guitar track. He came back, he laid down another rhythm guitar track with the lead. Dane Bryant did keys on one. And then I had no idea he was doing this, but he played a beautiful piano piece that I'll share with you coming up here in the next couple of days. No punch-ins, that was it. It's just live. It may as well have been direct-to-disc. And then if I can get it right vocally, as I did on Kiss Another Wave for Omniville 515 version, the version that's available now. Just need to sing that on time. I can hit the notes. Was doing it today. I can hit the notes. And I can do one take. And I'm going to do one take on more than one song. More than just Kiss Another Wave. It's just going to be one take. No vocal comping. I'm going to do it until I get it right. And, okay, yeah, maybe there's like one little bitty, it could be a little bit more on pitch, but the emotion is coming through, and it would ruin the essence of the track. Go ahead, do it. We'll try it with a punch in. Oh, no, it just kind of loses something right there. You know what? Yeah, we'll just stick with that. No pitch correction on lead vocals. Just like on the 515 version. Honestly, if I had sung everything on time, you remember that metronome issue I was talking about? Well, if you haven't, then go back and listen to everything from Roy's record renovations, and you'll, especially part 1. Part 1 and part 6 you need to listen to. Part 1, actually all of them. Part 1 especially. I want to get it done. Now that I know, it just opened everything up. It solved all the problems. If I'd sung everything on time to begin with, I'm okay with the vocal performance pitch-wise. Yeah, it is what it is. What's holding it back is the fact that I'm not on time to the tempo of the band. And it's causing a lot of energy to be wasted. But now that I know, whoa, take it easy, watch out. It's like a whole different album. Clean up some of these arrangements. Pre-process all the tracks to my hi-fi analog gear. And then just let the musicians' performances speak for themselves. Get a balanced mix that has something always in focus. It's not simple, but it's very straightforward. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work big time. We'll see. And we'll see. If you can see, then we'll know it worked. Yeah, you can hear. I love art. I love music. I love poetry. Let's get to the poetry. This poem is from my high school days. Called A Change of Seasons. I will read, and then we'll go back and I'll comment, and then I will reread again. A Change of Seasons by Roy Dale Golden Jr. To write on myself. Turn out the lights. There's nothing more to see. Just a very distant memory is waiting up ahead. Let me tell the story as I remember it back then. How should I begin? The end of summer came, with fall nipping at its heels, a chill in the air and shorter days. For what reasons do hearts come alive? The answer, my friend, is impossible to describe. A late summer romance, so precious and fast, burned out before my eyes. No, it did not last. I should have seen the end was near. For when the new wears away and all that's left is what's inside, is it any wonder why a flame will die? Surely only the strong can survive. Those who are weak are destined for defeat. But those who believe, yes, those who believe will someday receive what they've always wanted. Until then, they are alone. Alone, but not lonely. And as the sun goes down and winter grows near, it's only a matter of time until the skies turn clear and summer is alive again. A Change of Seasons by Roy Dale Golden Jr. Wow. Turn out the lights. There is nothing more to see. Just a very distant memory is waiting up ahead. Let me tell the story as I remember it back then. How should I begin? What am I referring to? Turn out the lights. There's nothing more to see. Just a very distant memory is waiting up ahead. Already, turn out the lights. There is nothing more to see. In the first sentence, and I use the semicolon, how about that? Turn out the lights. Period. There is nothing more to see. Period. Take it easy. So it's not a... It almost doesn't make sense, does it? It's not a sense-making sentence, was what I was going to say. If you want to view something, you've got to have light, do you not? Just stumbling around in the darkness as I take a little bite of Cheetos. Mm-hmm. Turn out the lights. There is nothing more to see. You and I'm speaking to you. We're together in maybe an art gallery in a room of some sort that has electricity and that has light. And we've been looking around, and now I've shown you all that there is to see. Just turn out the lights. There's nothing more to see. Just a very distant memory is waiting up ahead. It's in a different room. We haven't seen this one yet. Just a very distant memory is waiting up ahead. It's something that it's been minimized. Just a very distant memory is waiting up ahead. Not a very distant memory. Not a memory. Not a distant memory. Just a very distant memory. Am I curious to tell you about this, even though I'm minimizing it here? Trying to turn your attention away from it, and yet I tell you what's ahead in the next room. And then I'm asking you, let me tell the story. Let me tell the story as it is true. No, as I remember it. As I remember it now. No, as I remember it back then. Oh, this is good. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna put the Cheetos down for a second. I'm gonna get all lubed up again. Let's do a double shot. Sweet Dallas Blonde. Let me tell the story as I remember it back then. How should I begin? I'm carefully considering my words as I tell you this story. There's nothing. Turn out the lights. There's nothing. And yet we go forward. And I want to share this with you. I want to share nothing with you. Why? Why would I want to do that? Well, we'll get to that. How should I begin as I carefully choose my words? The end of summer came. The end of summer came, with fall nipping at its heels. Look at my punctuation here. The end of summer came, comma, with fall nipping at its heels.
Semicolon.
Parentheses. A chill in the air, comma, and shorter days.
Close parentheses, period.
The end of summer came, with fall nipping at its heels. A chill in the air and shorter days. Passage of time. This is the story. I'm telling the story. How should I begin? I begin at the end? Love this. Love it. I begin with the end. Summer, fall, chill. Turn out the lights. There's nothing. Let me tell the story. I want to share this with you as I remember it back then. From my viewpoint as I was experiencing it. Choosing my words carefully to make sure that I get it right. How should I begin at the end? The end of summer came with fall nipping at its heels, a chill in the air, and shorter days. For what reasons, plural, do hearts, plural, come alive? The answer, my friend, is impossible to describe. My friend, I'm speaking to my friend. There's nothing more to see, my friend. Let me tell the story as I remember it back then, my friend. How should I begin, my friend? We work our way back. The end of summer came. A late summer romance. Backing it up, yeah? A late summer romance, so precious and fast. Burned out before my eyes. No, it did not last. I should have seen the end was near. Burned. It's a chill here. A chill in the air. The air was hot here. When it burns out, it's chilly. The sun goes down. Days are shorter. It was a gradual thing, wasn't it? A late summer romance. Longest days of the year, some of them. Seems like some of the most precious days. So precious. Those days are so precious. Remember back in school? Maybe you remember it now. Maybe you experience it now. It seemed that those last 2 weeks in July, you get out of school and it's, well, for me, it used to be the the last week in August, we would go back to school, right? We'd start the last week in August. It seemed like those last week of July, when you had about 3 weeks left, they just went so quickly. A late summer, in that late summer romance, before it turns fall, so precious and fast, burned out before my eyes. I watched it burning out. I'm looking at it. Burned out before my eyes. I'm watching it right here. And yet, I should have seen the end was near, and yet I was blind. Burned out before my eyes. I watched this unfold right in front of my face, and yet I didn't see it. Huh? Man, romance, roll dog, blinds me. It's precious. It's precious. Oh, it's so precious. I should have seen the end was near, but I didn't. As I remember it back then, of course, in my experience now, mayhaps I would have seen the end was near. But this... What I'm describing is... I was surprised. I was surprised. I was surprised in the way it started. And I was surprised... I have no way... I have an answer, but I just can't describe it. It's impossible to describe, but I insinuate that actually the answer I have, I just can't describe it. What reasons do hearts come alive? I know the answer, I can't put it in words. It's beyond words. I described the scene, a late summer romance. So precious and fast, something that happened unexpectedly. Late summer, precious days right before back to school. It just burned out right before my eyes. Reiterate the point. No, it just faded out. I should have seen the end was near, but I didn't. Back then. For when the new wears away, and all that's left is what's inside. When we get down to the heart of the matter, is it any wonder why a flame will die? When that other comes to know you? When you're emotionally naked in front of another? It's no mystery. Just don't get you, road dog. Starts out nice, even though you're on borrowed time. In my case, as I remember it back then, and actually as I tell the story now, when the new wears away, I've never held back. I don't hold back in my music. I don't hold back in my relationships. When it happens for me, you know what? It's going to be the best ever. It's going to be something very few experience. Because I will accept nothing less. And remember why I'm doing all this? To impress a girl. To impress a girl. I try to be a good husband for girls. What's wrong with me? You're a sociopath. You're just a big nerd. I love Adventure Time. I am the Ice King. When the new wears away, yeah, and all that's left is what's inside. When the newness of what? Of the relationship. Actually, when the newness of the skin, the outer superficial appearance. Oh, I know I'm super hot, baby. My nipples agree. Guess what? There's more to me. Oh, yeah. Than just my D. Oh, George. For when the new wears away. Whenever you're old, what do you think's going to happen, Roll Dog? All that's left is what's inside. When that superficial attraction ends, is it any wonder why a flame will die? Surely only the strong can survive. I like the alliteration here. Surely only. Surely strong survive. Surely only strong can survive. Those who are weak are destined for defeat. Who? Weak. Destined. Defeat. Love it. But those who believe what? Well, here's some repetition. Let's finish this line first. There we go. But those who believe, yes, those who believe will someday receive what they've always wanted. Surely only the strong can survive. Those who are weak are destined for defeat. Defeat. What would constitute defeat? When I say survive, I'm bringing an image of one is survival and life, or one is non-survival. The opposite of survive is die. The strong, surely only the strong can survive, can keep that flame alive. Yeah. Can be true to themselves and not settle. Yeah. Those who are weak are destined for defeat. Destined for defeat in the sense that you're not going to stay true to yourself. Weak how? The ones who don't believe. The ones who don't believe there's something greater to aspire to have. Those who believe, and to reinforce that point, I repeat that. I use a repetition here. But those who believe, yes, those who believe will someday receive what they've always wanted. It's a powerful line. Don't miss that. There's a reason that I repeated that. It's for emphasis. Love repetition. I love parallel structure. I love contrast. Surely only the strong can survive. Surely. Don't call me surely. Those who are weak are destined for defeat, but those who believe, yes, those who believe, will someday receive what they've always wanted. It's going to happen. It's going to happen for me. It's going to happen for you too, if that's what you want. Until then, they are alone, like me. Forever alone. Forever alone, but not lonely. It's tough. It's tougher for me now than it was when I was 19. When I was 26. When I was 31. When I was 34. And now I'm 37. It effing sucks having no sexy times 69 times a day with my soulmate wifey wife. It sucks. Bad. And I've done everything I can, believe you me, to substitute physical intimacy. It just doesn't work. It doesn't last. There is no substitute for what it is that I want. So I'm doing every damn thing that I know to do. Because I believe it is worthy of the effort. It is my worthy goal. And I've got a relentless determination to achieve that worthy goal. And that is sexy times with you, my love. Sexy times. 69 times a day. For the rest of our lives. Got a lot of catching up to do. I am an undersexed nymphomaniac. And I blame you. So, we're gonna make it all up, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alone but not lonely. It's tough. You gotta be strong, little dog. Gotta have mad gains. Like me. It's tough. But I know it's gonna effing happen. I know. I know because I believe it will. Yes, those who believe. I know it will. Will someday. I don't know when that day is. I sure hope it's today. 18 March. Sure hope it's today, but I don't know. What I've always wanted is to share this life with you. Till then, I'm just alone, talking into my microphone. But not lonely. Yeah. I'm not lonely because I got my Dallas Blonde in my hand. And as the sun goes down and winter grows near, it's only a matter of time until the skies turn clear and summer is alive again. As I remember it back then, yeah. Turn out the lights, there's nothing more to see. Starts at the end and comes around again. And ends at the beginning. What a beautiful poem. I love that poem. I am Roy Golden, Dorado myself. Hopefully, you've been entertained, inspired, and encouraged to make the music you want to hear, be the change you need to see, and live the life you dared to dream. Why make believe when you can make, be, live? Like me. Later, road dog.